everyone, my name is Webweaver and welcome back to another episode of It's Look Who It Is. You wanna know something pretty messed up? Something pretty flipped up? Something pretty disturbing, a little bit crazy, a little bit wacky? I have not played a single Steam game since I last recorded World of Horror. That is nuts. You know, normally I'd be playing another kind of, game, maybe like every other night, but when's the last time I recorded World of Horror? Like, that shit's pretty crazy, right? I've been a little bit busy, and so that's why you got the silly videos of, Minecraft and, this is one stubborn rock. You complete the task. You complete the task. This is one stubborn rock. You complete the task. You complete the task. This is one stubborn rock. Anyways, I'm losing my mind a little bit, and we haven't even started the run yet. So that's like always a good sign. We played Koji last, but like that was 80 years ago, dude. So we could play anybody. We could play Koji again if we wanted to. You ever think about that? I'm thinking I want to do a Moriko run. When was the last Moriko run? 80 years ago. Alright. Good enough for me. We still need to do the stupid drink blood of a forgotten beast and survive. We gotta get on timeline A, and we gotta do a stupid side quest, and then we gotta go to the school scissors. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. And then we gotta open the freaking cabinet with the tiny key. Get out of here, you punk. Not you, the punk, watching this video right now. You should probably keep watching it and make it to the average viewer duration timer of about 11 minutes. Then you can leave, alright? Then that's when class is dismissed, okay? But remember, there's gonna be some stuff that you see today that'll be on the test later. I'm thinking that we do... You know what? Let's get a little crazy up in here. Ill-fated spider god. And you already see deft handling. You already know I'm locked on. Now, we want to get, like, 6 or 7 perception. I mean, we definitely want, like, 7 or 8 perception. But, to start with, 6 ain't so bad. Now, what we want to do is get a flashlight, probably, because I don't want to put another point to perception. I want to put 1 point to perception, and then I want to get art knowledge, and then I want to get a flashlight for +1 perception, so we have 8, alright? That's what I want to do. Or maybe we get an ally who gives us +1 perception, that'd be pretty cool too, but you typically don't want to level up perception, because it's bad. Which is one of the reasons why Moriko's a more balanced character these days, is because, like, the other stats are way more important in the current meta. So it's like back in the day when Moriko was first introduced, she was just the Doomslayer. She was literally the greatest character in the game. She was S tier, right? It wasn't, oh, this is S tier and Moriko's there. It was, if you're an S tier, you have to be as good as Moriko, or like, well, that was actually impossible. You have to be worse than Moriko, but like on a similar level, right? Like, she was the OG S tier, you know? Now, the S tier is Ayaka Toshiaki, and then I think Moriko's probably fallen down to A at this point, just because Ayaka and Toshiaki are on a whole nother goddamn level. Flesh regrowth is exactly what I wanted to see, if you don't mind me saying. I already looked in there, I don't know what I'm doing. Have I already alt-tabbed? Okay, I have. For some reason, World of Horror, very janky game when it comes to Windows. I don't even know what Windows setup that I have on it right now. I kind of got it set up for, like, this, like, borderless full screen sort of thing, where it's, like, using a different full screen mode and then also zoomed in because I'm, like, not doing the TV or, like, the computer monitor thing that you can do. And so, you know how it is, right? It's a very janky game when it comes to its resolution, and I have to always, like, set, like, you don't want to play World of Horror in ultra-wide. You can if you want to, but I wouldn't recommend it. We've seen Moriko on the TV, and we've seen Moriko on the YouTube channel. Like, you're looking at her right now, presumably. I mean, listen, I understand if I'm second monitor content. I understand if I'm second tab content, or under the window. I meant to hover over that. I understand if I'm under the window, if I'm a minimized window, and you're just listening to me. I get it. So maybe you're not looking at Moriko, and so maybe you didn't see Moriko on the TV, maybe you didn't see Moriko on the, on your monitor screen. Maybe you open the window now to look at her, and look who it is. She's right there. Pretty cool, huh? So, I think we just want to go buy something, like, as quickly as possible at the dog store for 3 funds, and I would have liked it to be a look who it is for the flashlight. But what we can do, actually, if we want to, as my chair falls apart around me, I have a good chair anecdote in a moment. What we can do is we can get a compass early, which is always fantastic, and then, when we get money, probably through Jar of Blood, oh, you freaking piece. What, oh, that's fine, though. I think sanity is generally more valuable than stamina. Although, you know what? I don't really know anymore. I don't really know anymore. We got locked in the torture forest for, like, 1,000 years. And we just took, like, minus 12 stamina every run because this game is broken and the public beta is broken. But, you know, it is what it is. Is it a public beta or is it just like... Yeah, it's a public beta. For a public beta for the new patch. That is, probably how the game is going to remain indefinitely. Because I don't think the game's gotten updated in a while, has it? Maybe I'm just, you know, old wounds, that sort of thing, and I probably shouldn't say that. But I don't know. I think we need to be honest about the state that World of Horror is in. Okay, my chair is unironically, like, actually falling apart. So, my chair is built with 4 screws holding in, like, the back of the chair to the base of the chair, right? And these 4 screws are the, you know... I really shouldn't say this because the screws are listening to me right now, and if I talk shit about them, they're gonna be like, oh, well, fuck you too then, and then they're just gonna give up, and then I'm not gonna have a chair anymore. But they're not, like, maybe the design of the chair isn't the best, so the screws don't really hold it very well, but basically what I'm trying to say is right now I'm pushing into the back left of my chair, and if I don't do that, the back of the chair will swivel to the right and crash onto the floor, because there's currently only 1 screw that's strong enough to still hold on. It's, pretty messed up, dude. And originally, there were 4 screws in here, but just sitting in the chair naturally, I didn't even do anything crazy to this chair, alright? I sat in this chair for like a year, which is why you never buy shitty chairs off of Amazon, okay? You see a chair that's normally $1,000, it's discounted $800 for Amazon, the Amazon Prime Day sale or whatever the hell it is, where it's like everything's on sale for like $80 million, and you think to yourself, ooh, good deal. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Listen, there's 2 things that you should never, ever, 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 chat, cheap out on, okay? Anything at all relating to your bed. That's number 1. Don't ever cheap out on anything related to your bed. Two, don't cheap out on your chair. The reason why is that in the world that we live in, you spend a lot of time on your bed and you spend a lot of time on your chair, okay? And so, you need to have a good chair so that your back doesn't get messed up, and you need to have a good bed so that your body doesn't get messed up. Very important things, right? So you might look at it and you might see, like, okay, a Herman Miller is like 5K, right? Oh, you piece of shit. Like a Herman Miller is like a 5K Andy, right? And you look at that and you're like, yeah, that's a ridiculous amount of money for a chair. Thing is, you take care of that thing, and yes, you do have to take care of it. You have to take care of anything that's good and works, right? You gotta take care of your tools, you gotta take care of your stuff, okay? Okay, what if we do this and then a 3 boost? It's not great. It's always Moriko. She always flubs the 90%, bro. We gotta rest like 80 times, dude. It's true. Can I get a true? Can you deploy the true gif? I gotta, like, as much as I hate to say it, I gotta rest again. Because we're gonna take, like, damage from the initial combat starting. But for my chair, you know, I thought I got lucky. I didn't get lucky. I actually got unlucky. I spent $200 on a piece of junk. A piece of crap. Oh my god! Alright. Well. Hope we can prep another shot. Probably a misplay, honestly, but, you know, I think it's alright. I think it's fine. Give me another point of strength so we can actually start blocking, please. That'd be fantastic. Fetid fumes, you fucker. How dare you. So, anyways, back to the 4 screws, right? Also, you can get... There are a lot of defunct and, like, well, I'm not gonna say bankrupt, but there's a lot of, like, businesses that will sell, like, really good office chairs, like, really, like, thousands of dollars, like, of a single chair for, like, 500, 400 bucks, and I wish I knew this. But basically, there are a lot of businesses that bought these chairs because they thought they would need them, and then it's, like, you know, combination of the death of a lot of office places and, like, work from home rising up. They got a lot of chairs that they just don't want to keep, and so they're selling them for cheap. You can get some really good chairs for really cheap. At least comparatively, right? $500 ain't cheap. But, $500 for a brand new Herman Miller that's never been used before, because some guy with a startup company bought, like, I don't know, like 80 of them and then never needed them because they had, like, 3 employees and then sold the startup company to an investor. And so now they're, you know, dumping the entire company, trying to sell all their assets as quickly as they can. You know, it's speculation. You know, you can buy chairs from those people, and you can get a really good chair for the price that you're probably gonna spend on a chair now. And the thing is, every time I buy a chair, this is the 3rd chair. No, this is actually the 4th chair I bought. Every time I buy a chair, it lasts for, like, literally 1 to 2 years. 2 years at the most. Never lasts longer than that, because they're all pieces of junk. They're all pieces of crap. None of them do anything. They are bad chairs, brother. We wouldn't happen to have a fear festival, would we? Oh no, oh no. I don't know how I feel about this. I guess we can go... I mean, we kind of need to lead mermaids into something, but Residential Recluse is going to be nasty work, man. I guess we do have that one thing, so we could heal our stamina if we really need to, but I don't know, that's nasty work. Now, here's the real thing, right? Here's the absolute realest thing you're ever gonna hear in your life, brother. Or sister, or Envy. It's not here, chat. It's over. Random spell? No, 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 no. If we lose it, then it's truly Jover. Just because the camera is not what we're looking for, we can still get our knowledge to 8 pretty easily. And also, the camera's not that bad. That actually might solve Moriko's low strength problem. Yep. Now, fetid fumes being the thing really sucks. So, I don't know, just give me the Doom, dude. Just doom me up. Just dab me up with the Doom, brother. Now, how do we get 1 fund? You're cooked. I don't even need to do... I don't even need to look at the damage numbers. I already know you're cooked. I've played these games before. Don't even worry about it. This was timeline A because we had no option to look at his face. Right. So, that was good. Daddy's Girl is a very helpful perk if you can get through a mystery relatively unscathed. Quote-unquote relatively unscathed. We can always sell the compass to put on the Crestfallen Mask, but it's like, I kind of like the EXP grind that we've got going on. Now, we have to do either Wordless Ward or Found Footage. I think we do Wordless Ward, because we can actually just take the painkillers, and then that works out perfectly fine. I don't even know why I thought of that, you know what I mean? I actually don't even know why I didn't think about this, because the box cutter broken, you can't sell that shit. It's pretty useless. I was about to use it. I was genuinely about to take the painkillers, absolutely. Alright, we're here. Oh. I'm out here getting cooked. At least it's not, like, permanent. You know, it's just kind of like something that happens, like, right now. Now, remember, we're operating on ill-fated logic, so be careful here, alright? This is... I will die on this hill. You can succeed this on ill-fated. I don't know why, but I've seen it happen before, and I've never forgotten it. Alright. You are You're cooked, right? You're cooked. You're done. Get taken to the cleaners. Get taken out back. How dare you? You've decided to take a walk to stretch your legs? When's the last time I've acknowledged that line of text? Probably the first time we ever did this mystery. And even then, I'm not so goddamn sure. Another level up for Moriko. Another knowledge victory. Now, knowledge can be taken away from you in a second. Instantly. Through a well-placed concussion. But we will prevail. We will succeed. Absolutely not. I'm not having my kidney stolen. I'm not having my spleen stolen. Are you crazy? Don't go yet? Listen, buddy. We're gonna take that plus 5% doom. You're gonna take Moriko's life. You're gonna walk into the woods. And you're gonna have no idea what you're doing in Moriko's life, on Moriko's body. You're gonna have no freaking clue. Because guess what? You merely adopted the woods. She was raised there. She was raised by the goddamn wolves and the goddamn skinwalkers, okay? You're gonna walk into the woods. You're gonna hear somebody say, help! And then you know what you're gonna do? You're gonna actually go and investigate it. And then you're gonna see some guy facing the corner, and he's like, come over here, I need some help. Over here, over here, over here. And you're gonna walk over there, and they're never gonna see you again. I don't know, let's just take a little bit of damage. It's not that big of a deal. So yeah, there's just one little screw holding my entire chair up right now. And, if I stop applying pressure, like, it will literally just, like, slide off. First of all, the screw is probably gonna break at some point tonight. Because the other screw... Because originally there were 4 screws in there, obviously. Because the chair was built correctly. And then, through just normal wear and tear, normal use, just, you know, sitting in the chair, the screws broke. And then one after the other, they started popping out. And I was able to put them back in. But then, they started bending. And it's like, well, that's very weird. I'm not applying, like, undue pressure to this chair. The chair's listing says that it can support a lot more weight than I. Like, I'm pretty lightweight here. You know, this is an easy day at the office for this chair. But you know, this chair's not him. This chair does not have that dog in them. Sometimes there's a dog on the chair, but typically not, because it's a wire mesh chair, and I don't want my dog's nails to get caught in the wire mesh. She's got her own chair, don't worry about it. And it's a fabric chair, it's great. And by that I mean it's the 3rd or 2nd chair that I bought that got destroyed just by sitting on it normally. And then, you know, half of it fell apart, and then I'm just using the cushion as like a little chair for my dog, you know what I mean? You know what I mean. You get me. We're on the same page here. We're just gonna die, like, as like a little treat, you know? Like, just as a little, I'm gonna die. Because ghost enemies are a thing that exist in this game, as just like a little treat. Don't come any closer. Listen, I think that I'm gonna do the special run action, And then I'm just gonna, like, leave the hospital, thanks. Have fun with Moriko's life and skin, I guess. She's got a world to save, so she's not gonna worry about it too much. She's not gonna worry about it too much, chat. Don't worry about it. It's alright. So speaking of frightening things, because we're playing World of Horror, so that means that we're always speaking about frightening things. You know, I've become really obsessed with this horse race test thing. And I was watching it back when it was new, okay? I was one of the early adopters. Now it's got this big fandom around it. And instead of acting like the hipster who was too cool for school and liked it before it was cool, I'm absolutely pogging out of my gourd that it's popular the way that it is. It's so good, dude. It's awesome. Horse race tests are genuinely a banger. Like, I'm so invested with every race before it got weird. Like, that's the thing about it that makes it so beautiful, is like, please don't give me the guaranteed minus sanity event. Please don't do that. Like, I was invested in it when it was literally, they all looked like the same horse, and before they had their hitbox updated, and when there was, like, less sound effects and music than there are now, you know? Now, you know, in the modern day and age of HRT, they're bumping into walls, they're racing around, they're competing to get the carrots for their name, and then, all of a sudden, cyan and superstitional realism go missing. Cyan and white, they go missing. Ugh. Give me back my sanity, you piece of shit. Me towards, the creator of horse race tests. And, you know, I'm just like, I'm over here, and I'm just like, now, like, you know, Jovial Merriment needs to be, like, taken down. Like, Jovial Merriment is too strong, okay? But then, like, you know, there's, like, horse steroid abuse allegations, there's, you know, there's nothing that you can do about him because he's #1. And then Cyan and Superstitional Realism, they have a race, a 1v1. It takes 80 years for that 1v1 to resolve. They're in the torture labyrinth, getting tortured for an eternity, okay? 1 week of torture labyrinth. And Superstitional Realism wins. White wins. She gets her name. Superstitional Realism. And then she rejoins the rest of the horses for the regular races. And then Cyan's gone. Where's Cyan? And then we get taken to the goddamn Shadow Realm with the 7 sins of Cyan, and she's racing Mysterious Stranger. And we have Garbage Bin and Nighttime Knifemare, which is, like, you know, absolute peak cinema. And then we have White fighting. We have Superstitional Realism fighting a mysterious figure. This shit's insane, dude. This is crazy. And then the horses are racing on the track that Cyan got put into the back rooms from. And then Jovial Merriment wins, and then she's gone. Where's Jovial Merriment? Nobody knows. This shit's crazy, dude. This shit's crazy. This HRT thing's getting serious, bro. I don't even know, sister. I don't even know, NB. This shit's getting crazy. Horse race testing is nuts. And listen, I am a 100% believer that at first the horses were just having fun and doing a little race. They were racing for carrots. It wasn't really that big of a deal. Cyan took it too seriously. She spiraled. She got sent to the Shadow Realm, the glue factory. And now, Jovial, well, Superstitional Realism, she thought it was just a game, but she lost her girlfriend. White lost her girlfriend, Cyan. And now White's going to look for her. And then she's engaged in a battle. By the way, we're getting crazy here because there are bonus races being uploaded at like 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m. that get deleted. And then they get re-uploaded later with edits. I saw the Spectral Cyan. Don't you think I didn't? It's getting crazy. But I think the Jovial Merriment, I think she realized that Cyan went missing. I think she realized that White went missing. And I think Jovial Merriment, the GOAT, the greatest horse to ever do it, is like, I don't care about the trophies anymore. I'm going to get my friends back. It's the rescue arc. It is the rescue arc that we are on right now, okay? And I'm rooting for those damn horses. I absolutely am. Oh yeah, we already got a stuffed toy. Am I gonna get rid of masochistic? I don't know, dude. I kind of want that one sanity. I'm not gonna check behind the bed. I'm pretty sure that hurts you. Hot bath, cold bath. Yeah, art knowledge is pretty good. I'll take that. And then I guess I'll just take some sanity. And then, you know, that's just kind of, it's look who it is. I don't know why I did that, but it's fine, because bloated's not really that big of a deal. Prepare for combat? You already know it. 9 damage. We can use the camera here, right? So we have a 50% chance to dodge. I mean... I think we do want to get greedy here, because obviously we can kill, but then we're left with, like, 2 sanity. It would be immaculate, even, if we could dodge once. If this doesn't work, we probably have to throw something. Okay? Okay. We don't even need to do that. We don't even need to do that. We could just do it again. We could literally just do the exact same thing we did again. And if it doesn't work, we win. If it does work, we win. I'm down with that. Are you down with that? I got money. I got money to burn. I'll pay you $1 to flip off. Oh, get owned! That's doing 5 damage, right? Even if it was doing 4, you'd still be cooked. Get out of here! Look at the healing. Look at the healing, chat. You haven't seen this shit since Cockroach Udir. Alright. It's the last dance. It's the final race. You'd think it would be for carrots, but it's actually for an apple. Oh, I forget Pink's name. She just got a name. I'm a fake fan. I mean, it's a waste of time. Just -1. Just -1 me. Alright? Put the -1s in the bag, bro. This is probably pretty bad. Alright. Pray. Pick a god and pray. Oh, baby. Yikes. Yikes. I mean, we take 2 to all you're dead next turn. I feel like if we try to do anything else, that would be the greed that they talk about in the Bible, you know? I'd probably rather like to avoid that. The mansion is doomed, the forest is doomed. Well, this shit sucks. I mean, I guess we got really lucky that we avoided the doomed locations for, like, the entire game. Oh, imagine... I didn't mean to do that. But, you know what? Just imagine that I'm playing around Jar of Blood, because I don't want that. Give me the... Listen, I'm gonna just use this to bank it. Oh, this works. This works on Ill-Fated. This works on Ill-Fated, by the way. That's true. That's real. There are some checks that just work on Ill-Fated for whatever reason, and that's one of them. I mean, you gotta do that to try to get out of the forest as quickly as possible. We're gonna level up. Oh, no, dude. That was the one village thing that you really don't want to see. But then you got the freaking compass in your back pocket, giving you a little bit of extra healing. Oh, it's the greatest mystery of all time. You have never seen this shit before in your life, chat. You never have. And you probably never will, because that shit's pretty rare. That's stadium status right there. Alright, so I guess we're just gonna heal. And, probably heal a little bit more. We've got plenty of sanity, and by sanity I mean Doom Despair. We have the bathtub still. We have the bathtub still. It's beautiful. I mean, we're taking 6-5, so I don't even have to do anything. I literally don't even have to do anything. Get rid of bloated. It's an injury, bro. I'm cooked. Listen, we're taking at most 6-5-10. 6-5-10, which we can do. Second mystery. I don't know, it was like mermaids or something? I can't imagine. Like, we did Akamanto first because I'm dumb. Oh, baby, aced it twice. I didn't even remember what the second enemy was, but I kind of logicked it out in my head, you know, based on the mysteries that we did. Alright, listen, you're cooked. This is, yeah, you're cooked. Get him out of here. I don't even know if he hit me, by the way. I'm not really paying attention. It's fine. It doesn't really matter. We're kind of just sitting pretty here. We're sitting comfortably. And look at that. What's the status of Kathak Otarasu, the spider god? Taken to the cleaners. Rinsed. Washed. Folded like goddamn laundry. Anyways, thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Have a good one. Bye.